All right, now the remaining 8 World War II veterans that are still living at Huntsville's Fann Veterans Home were honored with a special ceremony today for their courageous service throughout World War II. And Wave 31's Olivia Schuler was there, and she shares with us a very special interview, or a very special veteran who talked about her time in service. Take a listen. In these doors behind me here, the Non-Commissioned Officers Association gave medallions to World War II veterans. But one woman, Lavelle Williams, stood out, a female serving from 1942 to 1944.
I'm proud of this.
At 98 years old, Lavelle Williams can still recount memories from many decades ago.
First stationed in New York, and then I was transferred down to Charleston.
Working as a hospital corpsman, long days and hours, but she recalls one thing that she did the most.
Marks, most.
It's all pieces of a puzzle that Williams has shared with her daughter Teresa Rhodes over the years.
One of her main stories is when she was stationed at Charleston, taking care of the wounded soldiers. That was probably her most favorite thing that she did.
Prior to joining the service, Rhodes says her mother went to Florence State Teachers College, known as the University of North Alabama.
She decided she did not want to be a school teacher, so that's when she went and joined the service.
New York, Charleston, and Jacksonville, all areas Williams was stationed in. Then in the late 60s, Williams moved to Huntsville, and she called it home ever since.
She worked here in Huntsville for 3 doctors,
helping others and saving lives since 1942. Now, Rhodes shared with me a story. When her mother came to Huntsville and started working at doctors' offices, there was one patient named Dr. Von Brown. And apparently, he only allowed Miss Williams to do his treatment, and Rhodes says her mother called it her claim to fame. Reporting in Huntsville, Olivia Schuler, Wave 31 News.
We are so happy that Miss Williams decided to make Huntsville her home many years ago. 98 years old. Now you can go to Washington, D.C. You can actually hear more about her story when you visit the Women's Museum. Just type her name into the database there. Of course, they've got links to that database online as well. Again, the Women's Museum in Washington, D.C. You know, she's 98 years old. The average age of these veterans that are still with us who survived Pearl Harbor or served in World War II, we're looking mid to late 90s at the absolute youngest. So it's really important for us to make sure we reach out to them, hear their stories, and tell them thank you before it's too late.